Okay, we'll call the meeting of the Board of County Road Commissioners of the County of Kalamazoo for the October 7th, 3 p.m. meeting to order. First order of business is the public comment guidelines. Ms. Ryan, please.
This meeting is being provided under Act 267 of the Public Acts of 1976 as amended, or commonly referred to as the Open Meetings Act. During public comment, participants will have the opportunity to address the board at the beginning of the meeting and at the end of the meeting for non-agenda items. Public comments should be provided at the podium in order to ensure proper audio. Public comments, statements, or questions shall be limited to not more than 3 minutes for each person addressing the board. To provide public comment by Zoom, use the raise hand feature in the Zoom application. The host will ask you to unmute. For telephone audio, use star 9. Use star 6 to toggle back and forth between mute and unmute. As you participate in the meeting, your microphone will be placed on mute. The chat feature shall only be used to address any technical issues for public participation.
Thank you. If you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. The goal of the Board of County Road Commissioners of the County of Kalamazoo is using our expertise, energy, and funds to provide the safest and most convenient road system possible and to contribute to the economic development and high quality of life throughout the county. Our goal is to maintain a county road system that is safe and convenient for public travel and to manage the roadside environment with a view towards preservation. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. A motion would be in order.
Motion to approve the agenda, Davis.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Davis with the second to approve the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building on this agenda or online? Hearing none. Any commissioner comments, questions? Vice Chair.
Double check, clarify item B under new business. That's included in our agenda. That was
Yes.
okay. Good.
Yes. Item B should be request to discuss the committee township representation for board members.
Thank you.
Yep. Any other questions or comments from commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda as presented say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is approval of the minutes of the September 21st and 22nd County Road Association Commissioners Seminar in Bay City and the September 23rd regular board meeting. A motion would be in order.
So moved, Thompson.
Is there support?
Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to approve the minutes of the September 21st and 22nd Commissioner Seminar and the September 23rd board meeting. Is there any corrections, additions, or deletions from the audience here in the building or online or commissioners? Vice Chair.
Yes, I pointed out there was a number, I'll call it transposed, but entered a number of 8 million rather than 653,000 on the vendor accounts payable. I alerted staff and that was adjusted. So I think we're good to go there.
Very good, thank you. Any other corrections, additions, or deletions from commissioners? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes of the September 21st and 22nd Commissioner Seminar and September 23rd regular board meeting say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is the approval of the payroll and vendor accounts. The payroll of $190,644.45 and vendor accounts of $2,279,985.85. A motion would be in order.
So moved, Stayhauer.
Second.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Stayhauer with support to approve the payroll and vendor accounts as presented. Is there any questions from here in the audience about the payroll and vendor accounts or online or amongst commissioners? Vice Chair.
Yeah, highlight a couple items. I
Sure.
see we're paying our debt service related to this facility, 1.1 million, rounding that. So that kind of bumps up this vendor account payable. I think AR Engineering is working on Trailway. Glad to see that. So I would understand that to be the payment there. And I see a lot of pavement marking happening, 101,000. So anyway, just I read through the items and took note of some things that caught my eye.
Very good. Any other, yep, you're welcome. Any other questions or comments from commissioners? Hearing none, all of it in favor of approving the payroll and vendor accounts as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is approval of expense reports from Commissioners Thompson and Commissioner Kennedy. A motion would be in order.
Motion to approve the account payments.
Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Davis with support to approve the expense reports for Commissioners Thompson and Commissioners Kennedy. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here or online or amongst commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the expense reports for Commissioners Thompson and Kennedy, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. All right, this will take us to our first moment in the meeting to have public comment on non-agenda items. This is an opportunity for the public to speak on items not on the agenda today at our meeting. Anyone here in the building wishing to address the road commission could do so now. Or online, if anybody's online. Commissioner Gisler.
I'm working on it.
Not quite there yet. Can we get Commissioner unmuted? Oh, we're trying, John. Hang on. We'll give you extra time. You have to, oh, there we go. You're on.
Yeah, thank you. It was on my end, I'm sure. Selena doesn't mess this sort of thing up. I do. I have four things I want to mention today. The first, I may have mentioned before, but I want to re-emphasize it because I've been hearing from a lot of my constituents that they don't think it's a big deal or don't think it's a good deal to buy the McDonald's downtown across from the current county building and erect a new county building. And I want all my constituents and anybody else that's within earshot to know I was one of the two commissioners that voted against extending that offer to McDonald's. I think that's a bad way of taking care of taxpayer money. The second thing I want to mention is there's going to be a test of all voting equipment. I'm not even sure what they call them anymore. Tabulators were something I heard not too long ago. Tomorrow, approximately at 9 a.m., and it's being choreographed by our county clerk, Meredith Place, and it will be in most of the townships and villages and cities, and I guess there'll also be somewhere where those combined forces will next year when we have to, look at 9 voting days and all that sort of thing. We don't do that this year. Will be affected. And so this is just a way of making sure that everybody can have confidence that the equipment is working well and has been tested out. There will be in about an hour down here at the county building, excuse me, a feasibility study result concerning the Kalamazoo County Fair. I had a chance to just glance over it before I came down here. It came out late, late for me anyway, and it's 98 pages long. So I read the summary and the abstract, and I'll be eager to hear what that says, or what the consultant that will present this information to us a little after 4 o'clock. And my last item has to do with next Monday, 8:30 in the morning at Mark's Diner in Portage on Romance. We're going to have a presentation from the operations manager or operations director of a Great Lakes Drone Company. They're based in Coloma, and they're, you wouldn't think there'd be much going on in the way of big business in Coloma, but there really is. These guys are leaders in the country and possibly the world in what they're doing with drones. And the big thing they have now done, I think it's the biggest thing, maybe we'll find out there is something even bigger. They have the contract to put the light shows on for all Detroit Lions home games. So whenever you see a flag waving in the air over the home games, and it looks like a flag in fluttering mode and that sort of thing, that's because it's Great Lakes Drone Company. As in that case, they would have about 600 and some drones, all choreographed by a computer. It's an amazing thing. The whole drone concept is something as many of you know, I love to abuse and use technology, but I don't understand it for squat. So this is just an example of the kind of thing that makes me go gaga. And if anybody else wants to sit in, it's a freebie. We do have breakfast during the meeting, and it'll be at Mark's Diner next Monday on Romance in Portage. Learn everything you ever wanted to know about drones. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you very much for that information. Is there any other public comment from other people? John?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Crump, Kalamazoo.
Put the mic on. Yep, there we go.
That's great. Good afternoon, Commissioners of the Road Commission of Kalamazoo County. John Crump, Gulf Lake Sewer and Water Authority. Two issues. My board has directed me to stand in front of you to ask for update on a permit that was applied for our Idlewild lift station improvements, and to bring to the Commission's attention an email I received tail end of last week from permit agent Franklin indicating that the Road Commission was still in discussion with Ross Township regarding that permit. The authority and its legal team has confirmed with Ross Township and its legal team that they have no investment or involvement in our permit for our lift station upgrades, and that was communicated about a couple of months ago. The other disappointing aspect in the email from permit agent Franklin was indication that the authority would be invoiced for time spent reviewing our Avery Street lift station improvement project, which has not even started because that permit was issued late, and the fact that the authority, wanting to be fiscally responsible, wanted to have two permits in a project for fall scope, is still waiting on an approval or denial of that permit, leaves us in a position to have communicated back multiple times. When a schedule is set, we will provide that. But the invoicing is directed or was indicated would happen because of constant ride by for project update. I've communicated efficiently and sufficiently, in my opinion, that I would give a schedule when a schedule was had. So if the Road Commission is going to invoice for drive-by project updates, I think that's a procedure, a policy in place that should be addressed and looked into. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Any other public comment?
We have one online.
Oh, we have another online. Anna Horner from Oshimo Township.
Hi there. I just wanted to thank the Road Commission for hosting the RCKC 103 event. I was able to attend it with some of my colleagues on the planning and zoning and side of things, and we have a lot of interaction with permits and coordinating land use in the road. So I think it was very beneficial that it was extended beyond just the elected officials. So I just wanted to say that that was much appreciated by staff. I thought the topics were very relevant and the theme was very thoughtful, and I really appreciated, maybe it's the engineer in me, but I really appreciated the road, the roundabout design and all the stations along the way. So just wanted to extend my appreciation and gratitude for that event.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you for those comments. Other comments from online or here in the building? Hearing and seeing none, we will move on. There will be another opportunity later in the meeting to give other public comment. All right, we'll get into new business. First item of new business is item A, the request approval of bid 2025-13 winter maintenance services. Managing Director.
All right, it's that time of year again. So, a little background here on this winter maintenance services bid. Our winter maintenance operations includes a mix of fixes to support the winter maintenance program based on our current service expectations. The team includes our very own road commission, road maintenance staff, contractors providing services to us by designated areas, contractors with commercial driver's licenses at an hourly rate, and then time to time we also hire temporary seasonal help with CDLs to assist us with winter maintenance operations. This particular winter services bid included contractor bids for both designated platted areas and an hourly rate, and it's all based on hours worked. Our current winter maintenance program includes, again, our own RMOs, contractors, seasonal employees, and we're working 3 shifts for the winter season to retain our present level of winter maintenance services to the public. RCKC is currently contracted with Maintenance Masters Incorporated and Peters Construction Company to assist with our winter maintenance services for the 2025-26 winter season. This bid includes winter maintenance services for 2 plants in Texas Township, both County Woods and Texas Heights. ELC Leasing has previously been our contractor for these plants for several years, but there were no additional contract extensions available at this time. So we obviously were required to rebid these areas for winter services. We did receive 2 bids. ELC Leasing Corporation was one, and then we also had a new contractor to us that bid on this designated area. ELC Leasing was the low bidder, and actually their bid price was the same as it was in 2021, so that's pretty interesting. They're able to maintain that same bid amount. But what we did not receive is any bids for our hourly rate option. We did reach out to the contractors that previously provided that type of service, and they suggested that we adjust our start date for the hourly rate employees, simply because they're already under contract during the construction season, working for other contractors. So we took that information and we put a bid right back out and put a December 8th start date for the hourly rate. So we have reposted that. Hopefully we'll get some bidders at the hourly rate. As a backup plan, we also included a few additional designated areas that we didn't previously bid, just in case there was contractors interested in bidding the areas versus the hourly rate. Our approved budget, amendment number 1 for 2025 for winter maintenance expenditures, both for our team and contractors, is $2,658,560. And year to date, we have spent $1,864,367. So we're on a fiscal year from January 1 to December 31, so we still have a little bit of winter coming up yet this season before that resets. So with that, we recommend the board award the winter maintenance services bid number 2025-13 to ELC Leasing Corporation, with the option to extend annually up to 3 one-year extensions by mutual agreement of both parties. I'm happy to take any questions. And also our Assistant General Superintendent here, along with Rusty McLean, along with our road maintenance superintendent Bill Ox, are both here to assist if there are questions for them also.
Okay, we'll start with the motion first, and we'll go from there. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve,
Item
Davis.
A. Is there support?
I'll second.
There is a motion and support to approve item A. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building or online on this agenda item? And then commissioners, questions, comments, staff, or the managing director.
Managing Director, excuse
So, yep, Commissioner.
Managing Director, I noted that you made note of the lack of availability of CDLs, that they're just, hen's teeth out there right now, I guess. But is there anything we're doing to help develop a relationship with training services to make ourselves more visible to upcoming CDLs, or any way we can do more education in-house to provide for those trainings?
Mm-hmm. Well, to answer that question, the CDL operators we're looking for are contracted services in this particular situation. So we wouldn't typically train them to become CDL drivers, and we don't do that if they were our own employees, our own apprentice. But just speaking in general, a CDL operator is very hard to come by today. They're pretty much all working, right? So to be able to pull them from their normal line of work to come work for us, a lot of times is very difficult. We try to tap in the world of our contractors that may be seasonal, so they do lay off some of their team during the winter. So again, we try to attract them, but we're also fighting in the unemployment world too. So there's an option there for them. So we continue to look down that path to see if we can bring in those types of seasonal employees. Our team works with these types of people on a regular basis, so we do some internal recruiting, and time to time we do gain a few. So to answer your question, we do not provide any training for CDL drivers.
Okay, thank you. I saw that, and I was like, what can we do to help try to create a bigger pool of available CDLs? So, thanks.
Other commissioner comments? Vice Chair.
Just to double check, that ELC Leasing we've had good feedback from their performance of their work in those plats.
Actually, it's been excellent for this type of work. Matter of fact, we've had a lot of positive feedback for this type of bid structure. Historically, we've hired contractors by the hour. As soon as we started switching to designated areas, it allowed the contractors some more diversity to use different types of equipment. And then they can manage how many staff they put on the job and the timing of it all. It just gives them more flexibility, and it seemed to work out well. So to answer your question, Commissioner Stahauer, yes, they've been really good to work with in Texas Township.
Thank you.
Other questions or comments from commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving item A, the bid approval of the bid of 2025-13 winter maintenance services. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. That'll take us to item B under new business. Request to discuss the committee township representation for board members. I'll kick us off here, if that's okay. So with the change in road commissioners, we have some committee assignments that we'd like to change around, as well as township liaison assignments as well. I'll start with the easy one first. Talking to Commissioner Kennedy, we both agreed that she could serve as alternate to the Board of Public Works and to the Parks and Recreation Board, and that'll be for the remainder of this year. And then we'll of course do committee assignments again at the beginning of next year, as we do that on an annual basis, if I'm remembering correctly. So I would entertain a motion that we appoint Commissioner Kennedy as alternate to the Board of Public Works, and alternate to the Parks and Recreation Board.
I'll second.
Or I'll entertain that motion, so somebody needs to make it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Support.
Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building, or online, or amongst commissioners? Hearing none. Yes, Vice Chair.
I plan to be away. I forget the date. November 6th, November 4th, the county parks meeting. So I'll talk with Commissioner Kennedy later about details. It's a 3 p.m. Thursday afternoon meeting.
And then we'll have staff contact the county appropriate departments and let them know that you'll be serving as alternate to add you to their email list. So as well.
That's going to be my question. Thank you.
You bet. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of saying of the appointment, say aye.
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 Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Now to township representation. I guess I should have had a list of who's on what. Thank you, Vice Chair. All right. With Commissioner Dickinson leaving and adding of Commissioner Kennedy, we have her three townships that were Prairie Ron, Schoolcraft, and Waukesha. But we wanted to change Commissioner Thompson out of Ross as well. And if I remember, Commissioner Stahauer, you used to have Ross Township?
Correct. Yeah.
Would you mind taking Ross again? But which one would you? We can't have Commissioner Thompson do Comstock. How about Pavilion?
I can do Comstock, sorry.
Okay, yep, no, that works. Let's see
just
what
hold
Vice
in
Chair
Right, I just-
wants first.
So we need to switch one of mine.
Yep,
Yeah, I can take Ross.
okay.
And didn't look at meeting schedules ahead. If
yeah.
there's certain
When
timing
does Ross
issues
meet?
there. Yeah, Tuesdays, I
Tuesday
think.
They all meet on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it seems like there's
Well,
overlap.
Comstock is Monday nights. I was there last night.
Okay.
So Ashtamo is a Tuesday. Pavilion, I've forgotten right now, but
Let's see. This one. And then, let's see. Commissioner Thompson, how about we switch Waukesha out for Ross? Is that good for you?
fine.
Okay. And then, so we take that out, and then we add Ross up there. So Commissioner, Vice Chair Stahauer would have Comstock, Ashnamo, and Ross.
okay.
I think Joe was trying to get your attention.
Commissioner Thompson would have Climax, Cooper, and Waukesha. Looks like,
His hand like waving.
and then Commissioner Kennedy could have Prairie Ron, Schoolcraft, and Pavilion. Is that, I think I'm catching that right? And then Commissioner Davis and I will stay the same.
Yeah, okay.
All right, does that sound good?
Prairie
Any,
Round, Schoolcraft, and what else? I'm sorry?
Prairie and Pavilion. So we'll go ahead and open this up for discussion. I guess I'll entertain a motion to the effect of, appointing, Vice Chair Stahauer to Comstock, Ashtamo, and Ross, Commissioner Kennedy to Prairie Ron, Schoolcraft, and Pavilion, and Commissioner Thompson to Climax, Cooper, and Waukesha. I'll entertain a motion.
I will make that motion.
Is there support?
Support?
All right, is there any discussion here in the audience about these township liaison assignments? Or online? Commissioner Gissler?
Thank you. Notice how quickly I unmuted at that point. Selena's really good. I just wanted to let you know that Schoolcraft and Prairie Ron meet on the same night. And it's a little bit of a thing for county commissioner as well. I don't have either of them anymore, but Wendy Mazer does. And you have to be at the 6 o'clock start for Schoolcraft and then the 7 o'clock start for Prairie Ron, and frequently that means you leave Schoolcraft before the meeting is finished. Just an observation.
Yep, no, thank you very much for that, and I used to have those two townships, it is correct. Prairie Ron meets at 7 p.m., Schoolcraft meets at 6 p.m. If you want to split those up, we can, if you want to try it for a while and see if you can make it work, and Vice Chair?
Yeah, thank you. My practice has been normally to try attend at least one time per quarter.
Yes, that's our.
So we don't necessarily go to every meeting. Some townships meet twice a month, some once a month. Our norm is not to attend every township meeting. And we do encourage, on occasion, we have joint meetings with townships, and then a larger part of our board will attend and staff, so. Thanks.
Yep, nope, that's very true. If you wouldn't mind, Commissioner, just until the end of the year, try this out, and then come January, we can reshuffle all these assignments and get a better idea. We can bring dates and times of when they meet.
Sure.
If that's something you're willing to try. And
I
if it
just want you to know that we're doing a disservice
We're,
my personal opinion,
okay,
okay, as a commissioner, that if one starts at 6 and they're not done, then I'm rushing to the other one, then I'm doing a disservice to at least one of them. I just, and I'm not sure that sits well with me
sure.
personally.
Yep, remember that you don't have to attend every meeting.
I get it.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, we'll do this temporarily, and then we'll come up with a better plan come end of the year, if that's okay. All right, any other discussion amongst commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Perfect, and then, when we redo assignments come the beginning of the year, we'll bring a list of the townships and when they have their meetings, so we have a good idea. And how often they have their meetings. Like Vice Chair said, some meet twice a month, some meet once a month, so. Alrighty, very good. That'll take us to item C, request to rescind the previous and approve the revised Brady Township local road contract. Managing Director.
Right, I'm going to give some background on both C and D at the same time because they are very similar. So item C is a request to rescind the local road contract for Brady Township and approve the revised local road contract. The only change in the contract is the removal of the rubber modified chip seal project. That particular project is 34th Street from W Avenue to V Avenue. It was actually a trial with a double rubber chip seal. The grant funding did not come through timely this year. We were unable to do the work. The contractor was not available at the point the grant came through. So with that, we've been revising all the local road contracts that had rubber modified chip seal in them. So this is just another one of those revisions for Brady Township.
All right, a motion would be in order.
So moved, Thompson, support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to rescind the previous and approve the revised Brady Township local road contract. Is there any questions or comments from the audience here in the building? Or online? Or amongst commissioners? I know Brady Township roads are one of their high priorities with their township funds, so. All right. Hearing none, we'll go ahead and call for the all in favor of approving item C, the rescind and previous and approve the revised Brady Township local road contract. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is item D. Do you want to add anything to that, Managing Director?
No, other than just to call out the actual project that was removed. So the project in Pavilion that was removed was the 32nd Street from S Avenue to R Avenue project. Again, another double rubber modified chip seal trial project.
Very good. All right, a motion would be in order for item D.
A motion to approve item D. Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Davis with support to approve item D, rescind the previous and approve the revised Pavilion Township local road contract. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building or online or amongst commissioners? Questions, comments?
Managing Director, the funds that were appropriated for that particular, for the double rubber chip seal, were those funds reallocated to other aspects of this of the township request, or were they just taken out?
So the grant dollars we are holding for 2026.
Okay.
Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor of approving item D say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. All right, that'll take us to, our second opportunity for public comment on non-agenda items. Another opportunity for the public to comment on agenda items, or items not on the agenda, I should say. Here in the building, Supervisor Sorensen.
Good afternoon, Board. Appreciate all the work that we've been able to do together in the past for Cooper Township, but I also represent Gull Lake Sewer and Water Authority Board as their Secretary Treasurer on their board. You can't say enough about how we need to continue that relationship and get things done on that aspect as well. So, like, just echoing what John had said today, I've seen the emails, and I really hope that we can get this worked out and get our permits so that we can get the utilities done the way they should be for our residents. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Is there any other comments from anyone here in the building or online? Anybody online? All right, not seeing anyone, we'll go ahead and go into managing director's time. Managing director.
All right, I got all sorts of exciting news today. So, first of all, looks like we have 8 road maintenance operators with us today in the audience, so I'd like to introduce them real quick. So, if you guys would at least raise your hand for me so the board can recognize you. Jeff Dalman, Mike Shotwell, Stephen Smoody, Steve Kalma, Frank Jemime. I gotta get my glasses on. Is that Brian? Brian Stauffer? Kevin Davis? And last but not least, Jim Robinson. So, appreciate those guys taking the time to come in today. I know with the rain event today, they've been working at the shop, doing some cleaning, so it was a good opportunity to pull them in and come visit us at a board meeting they've not been to, I don't think, previously. So, great opportunity.
Welcome.
All right, a few other items. We have our safety day scheduled for this Friday. With that, I sent out a text earlier just to make sure everybody got the notice. There is an all road commission picture photo coming up at 8:15. So if you have the time to get away and come jump in the photo, we'd appreciate it. If you could be here at 8, the photographer is going to take the picture at 8:15. We're going to take it actually on the stairway in the break room. So just come right on in and make yourself at home. Should only take a few minutes and we'll get you on your way. We also have a Southwest Council meeting coming up in Allegan on November 10th. So I know Commissioner Thompson plans on going to that. If there's any other commissioners, let me or Selena know so we can get that scheduled. And also the MTA banquet is scheduled for November 6th at the Fountains. Just got the invite here. You can see the rest of the board did too. So, okay, awesome. So, it's a wonderful event. I would encourage the board to attend if they can. All right, and then the rest of the exciting news is we just got word. Actually, it was Saturday morning, but it happened in the wee hours of the night on Friday night, so I guess you would call it Saturday. But we now have a new transportation funding package. So long waited. I know there was lots of discussion of this package over the summer. I see Tim Culver's on with Speaker Hall's office, so I just want to say thanks for all the hard work your team has done to get this through.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we thought we were hopefully going to end up with $3 billion, but we ended up with approximately $1.7 to $1.8 billion throughout the state. Significant amount of money that will go a long ways to improving our road infrastructure. So I'll just give a little bit of background. We don't know a lot of detail at this point, but I'll share what we do know. The road funding package really has 3 major pieces. The fuel tax swap, which basically takes the sales tax from fuel and puts it towards roads. Also, we have the wholesale marijuana tax and the corporate income tax. And those two, the wholesale marijuana tax and the corporate income tax, actually are deposited into a separate fund for roads. And that fund is called the Neighborhood Road Fund, the NRF fund. Okay, so what we're learning is there's 2 pots of money. The NRF fund, those dollars can be used on the local system without a required match. Now, not that road commissions can't ask for assistance, but it's not required for that pot of money. That's what we've learned so far. With that being said, what it means to us, our current 2025 MTF is going to come in right about $28 million. 2026, we anticipate it at $37 million. So it's somewhere in that window of 8 to a little over $9 million is what we anticipate. Again, it's not guaranteed. It's based off all these factors: is how many gallons are pumped at the tank, and how much marijuana is bought at the dispensaries, um, and also that corporate income tax. So with all that being said, too, we were prepared to come to the board with a work session on the 21st without this additional funding. So at this point, we need to go back to the drawing board and figure out exactly what this all means, if we even have to make some policy changes to address the local road side of it, and then come back to the board with a recommendation with an updated draft budget. So we're going to need a little bit of time to do that. So I requested the chair that we postpone that workshop. I know we're working on a date. I think it's tentative in November 13th. And we can confirm that tomorrow. So we'll work at that. But anyways, it's very significant, as I mentioned many times. Compared to even like our SS4A, with a $25 million grant, this is, in essence, $9 million a year. So it's going to be great for Kalamazoo. We have a lot of work to do to gear up for this and be very strategic on how we can use these dollars and keep prices down and make sure we have contractors available to do the work. We're not the only ones with this additional money. It's all these road agencies around us also, including cities and villages and MDOT. Yeah. So we have our work cut out for us, but again, great news. Look forward to what we can do in 2026. That's all I have, unless there's questions for me.
Questions for the managing director, commissioners, vice chair.
Not for answers right now, but just to follow up regarding Gull Lake sewer water permits. Ashmo had a request about some pedestrian crossings, painting at streets, and we had one other storm sewer line in Kalamazoo Township by a dwelling and garage. I'd just like some feedback sometime there.
Sure.
So
yep.
put those on the follow-up list. Thank you.
Any other questions for the managing director? I'll just comment on the road funding. I want to thank Tim Culver and the Speaker's office for all the work they've done. The governor's office, I know it's a high priority for both the Speaker and the governor, and I know that good cool heads get together and get to the room and hammer out a deal. We would get there. It seemed very dark before the dawn, but we got there. So I want to congratulate everyone involved and look forward to brainstorming on how we can spend this money. It's a good thing. And we got the sales tax off the gas, which we've been asking for a long, long time. The last state in the country, I think, they had that. So good. Nope, very good. Thank you, Managing Director. All right. That'll take us to Commissioner time and Commissioner reports. Commissioner Kennedy.
I too am very grateful to Speaker Hall and Tim Culver for the hard work. I also wanted to share with the community, as you all well know, that I am a veteran, and I also would like to bring veteran opportunities or events that are coming up within the community. October 11th at the American Legion Post 36, which is located on Kilgore and Portage, where the highway is right there. There's a big tank in front, and it's by the airport. Just to let you know that there's an opportunity for a veteran resource fair. The VA is coming. Many agencies are taking the time to come to help. We'll have horses and dogs and a bounce house. There'll be plenty of food. But the goal and the objective is to make sure that we are doing right by our veterans within the community. And in case we're not sure how we can help a veteran, it's an opportunity to go there and see what's available, even as folks from human resources, etc. How do we help our veterans that work in our establishment? So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, but sharing that, and always grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Davis.
Really don't have a report. We have an environmental health committee meeting tomorrow at the county. Still unsure whether I'll be in attendance, so
Let me know.
need a little help on that. And I wanted to extend my thanks also to the Senate side of the negotiating team, Wendy Brinks, and
Sure.
what they brought to the table, and we're able to find some compromise with the House.
Very good, thank
Thank
you. Yep. Right, Commissioner Thompson.
Just want to add the thanks to all involved finally getting this road money to us. So thanks to everybody. I have nothing else.
All righty. Vice Chair Stayhauer.
Thanks to state officials, governor for hammering this deal out, and the question to supervisors in their monthly meeting a few weeks ago was, how is that going to get out? How are these dollars getting allocated to them? So we'll be working on the details there, our staff all the more. I was able to attend the open house extravaganza, the roundabout informational meeting, very well done by our staff. I appreciated the opportunity to visit, I think, all the stations and learn more details, be it stormwater, trees, roundabout details, and so on. So thank you, staff. I'll give an aside here too. Our weekly report highlights staff anniversaries and accomplishments, rather than try to give names and years of service or awards, but kudos to staff for your years of service, the recognition you get when you advance yourselves with training. So thank you very much. County Parks, we had a meeting last week, and today they're looking forward to hearing the result of this master plan study or feasibility study regarding Youth Expo, the fair. Where should the county head with that? The other was at Comstock Township last night, and gave the high level outlook of more funding available, and they're in all our townships are in their budget cycles now, I'm sure. So learning details of what's coming road wise and how they can participate will be helpful. That's all right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. So I'll just a reminder, like the managing director said, the Southwest Council is coming up November 10th in Allegan. It's a very good opportunity for commissioners to attend. I would strongly encourage, if you can, to attend that. That's a good opportunity to learn a lot of stuff. Our work session is coming up, as the managing director said, but the MTA dinner, November 6th, I'd encourage our commissioners to attend that as well. I will be attending. We'll get those RSVPs through staff, and they can RSVP for all of us. And looking forward to that. It's always a good event, so appreciate that as well. Echo again the road funding, getting that deal done. That was great. Want to thank Supervisor Gatlin for joining us online, Supervisor Sorensen for being here, Commissioner Gisler as well, and Tim Culver as well as other folks. Thank you all for being here. I'm pretty excited about this road funding deal. I'm looking forward to see what we can do spending this money going forward, and making sure we got some good roads for the future. So no other business coming for the road commission. A motion to adjourn would be in order.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there support? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you. All right, very good. This is a good, have you ever been to that?
No.
You should go to that.
Appreciate this. I was looking for something like that. And I didn't
At the
find it.
fountains.